Welcome everyone to the Tethys Shipyards. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Art Master, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Today we're covering our next hero ship is the ISS Damascus. You'll remember our vids of the USS Damascus and USS Damascus A. These are their Terran counterparts. Now, first, let me mention, in the Terran, the Mirror Broken comics gave us the Terran Galaxy class, but it was technically what we know as a Galaxy X. Third warp nacelle, phaser lance, cannons on the saucer, the whole kit and caboodle.
That said, who says every galaxy the Terrans had to build were a Galaxy X? Seriously.
Yeah, fair enough. And also the Terran Terran, the Prime Galaxy was launched in 2359, the Terran Galaxy 2367.
With ISS Galaxy being stuck in mothballs because they just couldn't finish her. They had to divert everything to the Enterprise because the Enterprise is so prestigious.
Yep.
Which brings us to the glory and the murder boat that is the Damascus. Much like her mirror counterpart, her captain is angry. So angry, she more or less tells the Emperor to go to hell and is basically the Commerce Raider from hell. Think the Admiral Graf Spee from World War II, except the mirror Damascus didn't end up getting destroyed. She just kept killing everything. In fact, she got so freaking deadly, it took an entire Klingon fleet with Cardassian assistance to try and kill her. What did the Damascus do? Kill them back. This ship is the scourge of the Klingon-Cardassian alliance. Even 40 years later, the damn thing just won't go away. She just keeps killing you. It took the Iconians to kill her. And even then, she took how many of them with her?
Probably quite a bit.
She has so many fusion reactors that it's not funny. This is a battleship. A true goddamn battleship.
Yes. In the Prime universe, the Galaxy class was meant as a heavy-duty exploration ship. Basically, basically became like a luxury liner. A crew. They had civilian families on board, and Veronica Pinkerton took out all the civilian facilities and basically it just focused on making this thing making her ship the biggest piece of FU that she could. In the mirror universe, these things were more battle oriented, and symbols of Imperial might, but they still had improved. They still had a lot of crew, a lot of facilities for crew. Instead of having civilian specialists and civilian families, Terran galaxies, Galaxy X or regular, were meant more as troop ships. But Veronica, well, even in the Terran universe, she did not want a troop ship.
And it shows. I mean, look at her kill count. It extends to the... I'm seeing a few thousand pages here. The font is really small.
Yeah.
Good lord!
It's like one of those fantasy things where you take. It's like one of those things where someone takes out a scroll and starts unfurling it to read it, and it goes down to the floor, goes across the floor, out the door, possibly through the next few rooms,
out the building, across the continent.
Yeah.
That's basically the kill count.
Yeah.
And it only gets worse. Because even when they killed her ship, all she did was upgrade.
Yeah. Though I think in this instance, she would go to a Sirius as opposed to a Cygnus or Andromeda.
I think she would just stick with a ship that had similar handling. Let's be honest, that third nacelle adds a lot of bulk. Bulk she does not want.
Fair enough. So Cygnus, perhaps?
Yep.
Alright. We can do that later. Anyway, what we're going to do for stats is we're going to take the USS Damascus stat block and basically from there just decide what gets modified and what stays put. So, starting with the USS Damascus, launch date has been moved from 2366 to 2368 after the Enterprise, Enterprise, of course. Comms values, systems values are comms 9, computers 9, engines 10, sensors 8, structure 11, weapons 12. Department values are command 3, con 2, security 3, engineering 3, science 2, medicine 2. It has the warship profile. Scale 6, resilience 8, power 15, shields 19. Phaser arrays, photon torpedoes, quantum torpedoes, we're representing 2374 here. And strength 5 tractor beam. Talents are blade of armor, advanced shields, expanded munitions, quantum torpedoes, redundant system structure, saucer separation, secondary reactors. And, of course, we're adding agony phasers as a special rule. Now, how do we modify this for Terran?
Obviously by axing saucer separation.
Right, she probably got rid of that at some point. So we need to get rid of that, maybe replace that with something else. And
improve structural integrity. Because let's be honest, she would have torn off everything that would have made that particular area space-worthy, installed more structural braces, and probably a few more auxiliary generators just to boost the structural integrity field and go, up yours! I'm going to kill you, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Alright, so improved hull integrity, bringing resilience up to 9. And I don't think the Terrans developed quantum torpedoes at about the same time as Starfleet did. I mean, they told me...
they stole them. Remember, ISS Defiant.
Right, fair enough. So the Terran Resistance would have them, and Hitomi's Imperial Remnant might have them because in the ISS Sato I did mention they basically sent a comm beacon into the other universe to intercept and steal tech schematics, but the Prime Terran Empire? Maybe not. The main Terran Empire? Maybe not.
Unlikely, seeing as, well, most of their resources would have been put to just making the damn ship.
Yeah, so we'll get rid of. So either we get rid of expanded munitions altogether, or we maybe do a different type of phaser weapon.
Seeing as phasers are a very resource resource-free weapon, they just require energy. Perhaps extra capacitors for her weapon systems.
Possibly. Well. I mean, expanded munitions would be like adding an extra delivery system. So it has phaser arrays. What we could do is we could add phaser cannons, phaser banks, or a lance.
Lance would require a conversion to Galaxy X, and let's be honest, the bulk is not worth it.
Right. All right. Let's see. Let's look at warship profile talent options.
Though it likely could have had phaser cannons mounted to it.
Yeah.
For some moronic reason I fail to understand, Cryptic has decided to put phaser cannons in the reaction control system thrusters. They don't belong there.
Yeah. Anyway, talent options for warship. A blade of armor, fast targeting systems, improved damage control, expanded munitions, and rapid fire torpedo launcher are options. I think if we remove expanded munitions, I want to put something from that list in here. We already have blade of armor. So that would be either fast targeting systems, improved damage control, or rapid fire torpedo launcher. Let me go over what each one does mechanically. Fast targeting systems, with a requirement of security +3, but that's fine. The ship's targeting systems can lock weapons on target much faster and more accurately than other ships of its class, giving it an edge in battle. The ship does not suffer the normal difficulty increase for targeting a specific system on the enemy ship. So basically, if you're just targeting a ship, that's fine. But if you're targeting a specific subsystem, normally you have a difficulty increase. Fast targeting systems means you wouldn't. Improved damage control. The ship has more efficient damage reporting systems and better trained teams, allowing the crew to respond more quickly during a crisis. When a character attempts a damage control task aboard the ship, they may re-roll a d20. If the repairs require an extended task, then the character also gains progression 1, meaning it would go faster. That's a possibility too. And rapid fire torpedo launcher.
Fire more torpedoes very quickly.
Yeah.
Most likely targeting systems due to the fact that torpedoes would be very, shall we say, conservative. I mean, the Terran Empire is reduced to just the frickin' Sol system.
Yeah, fast targeting systems.
Well, it wouldn't be until the Enterprise D and the Damascus started going out there and, for lack of a better term, raping the KCA.
Yeah.
That the Empire would start... Sorry, I was a little confused there. KCA, I usually associate with the D7, because that's its reporting name, and...
Yeah, the Klingon-Cardassian Alliance... Yeah. Yeah, the Enterprise D in Damascus basically went out and started doing stuff to the Klingon-Cardassian Alliance. And it was only then that the Terran Terran Empire started expanding again. Or at least re-expanding. And for descriptor traits, Federation Starship, Hotel of Doom, and I changed Bane of the Breen to Scourge of the Klingon Cardassian Alliance.
Though that won't last for long once she gets into Breen territory.
Yeah. I think rather than the Hotel of Doom, I think I have another idea. This is
You are already dead.
well.
Oh my wa shinderu, mother.
Yeah. Oh, that could work. Oh my wa mo shinderu. Oh my wa mo shinderu. I was also thinking something similar to Hotel of Doom, but not exactly Hotel of Doom. Because, like I said, Terran galaxies are meant to be heavily armed troop ships normally. But to paraphrase a very famous person, to paraphrase a very famous quote, and possibly someone might even have said that. I might even say it if someone else commented on the fact that these things are normally troop ships. This is no troop ship. No troop ship.
Oh my god.
You know where I got that from.
Yes, and I hate it.
It works though. Because it is no troop ship. Anyway, Anyway, let's get to modifying systems and departments. Again, we have comms 9, computers 9, engines 10, sensors 8, structure 11, weapons 12.
I don't see any reason to change anything. I mean, the Damascus is basically just her, just repainted with mirror colors.
Right. Well, the other thing I was thinking of was departments. Command 3, Con 2, Security 3, Engineering 3, Science 2, Medicine 2. I'm actually thinking moving those points from Science and Medicine to Security and Engineering. Or at least Science to Security. Bring Science down to 1, Security up to 4, and maybe the same thing with Medicine and Engineering.
Well, she's not a token science ship. Her job is to do one thing and one thing only. Kill you!
Yeah. Yeah. So she doesn't have any of the spare science equipment that any of the baseline science equipment that the Prime Damascus might. And like I said, medical facilities might be... Would she keep the medical facilities as is, or would she...
Considering this ship is a long-range commerce raider, and she's not exactly going to be visiting any ports of call to offload her wounded, she's gonna need the medical personnel.
Okay, so keep medicine at 2 and keep engineering at 3. Command 3, Con 2, Security 4, Engineering 3, Science 1, Medicine 2. Alright. And of course we have the Agony. Well, would the phasers have Agony tech at this point in time, or was that 25th century illusion?
It would probably be being experimented with, and her captain is very much a fan of making everyone suffer.
Alright.
Probably prototype Agony phasers.
Alright. Prototype Agony phasers. If a target starship is hit, increase the difficulty of all checks done by crew members of that ship by 1. However, at the same time, increase the this ship's phasers have been experimentally modified to produce an effect similar to agonizers on target starships. Increased difficulty of TN of checks made by crew members of the target ship by 1. At the same time, increase the complication range of all attack checks made by the ship's phasers by 3. All right. I think that's good. So yeah, that is the ISS Damascus.
It's going to murder you. It's going to murder you, and it's going to murder you.
Yeah.
It bears repeating multiple times because she'll just bring you back for more.
Yeah.
Because her captain is a bit of a sadist. After all, you can't suffer if you're dead.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.